What's up, YouTube? Today we're looking at some preservation and maintenance, P and M's, PMEs. Preservation, maintenance, I forget what the E's are. But for this is from Witchdoctor Zero, and today I was carrying it. I noticed that some of it was kind of fuzzing right here, either right here or right here. I really like this piece. I believe this is buffalo. It just is a great piece of leather. And when I first got it, it was really red. It is still pretty red, to be honest. But although this one, and I will, not like in a negative way, it's almost like there's a show side and a pile side, like a knife. Perfect stitching. And then some kind of like a couple, just in those two, so I don't know. They don't drop many stitches though. So anyway, I got this out of, this is sprung, by the way. It's a sprung mini coffin that looked really, really cool when I got it out. It just obviously needed overall more oil on it. And the way it's sprung really does lend to this stiffness. So I put some neat's foot oil on it. I'm going to use the Obanoffs and the both of them, oil and wax, for like kind of checkups. So what I'm doing, I don't know. I mean, I did carry this, I think, a couple times with stuff with it, which I don't normally do because it's in my back pocket. And I'm just like, sometimes just grinding on stuff. So I did see a little, like I said, a little bit of fuzz. I just wanted to take care of it. I oiled this a couple times yesterday evening, so I wasn't worried that it would burst into flame or anything. But what I normally do, and I hadn't done on this one yet because it's nice. I really like this leather. Oh, when I pulled it out, it was this marbly, because it kind of desiccated, dried out. Not a lot, but I have some. I put a couple of desiccant packets in with my bag that has, I have a recycled firefighter barrel bag that holds them. And I did that because I do oil these often. I don't want mold. I don't want anything like that. So, I mean, I'm going to change them out every once in a while. I might put just a larger, like, desiccant pod, or you know what I mean? You can get those. I might just put it in my war chest, basically. And this stuff dries really hard. Yeah, it was the other side for sure. This side doesn't have like the openness to it. You can see like the stitching here. I think something was getting under, like, or in, not in with it, but you know what I mean. Anyway. But this, I forget what kind of wax this is. It's used in hard candies. It's used in bowling alleys, obviously. This was like not a lot of money. I've had it forever. I'm going to continue to have it forever. I use it on wood sometimes. I'll use it like on furniture, I mean, or I'll use it on billy clubs or whatever. Because I have some billy clubs that were given to me by a very good friend of mine, one of my best friends. And they were his father's, who was a cop. So in, I believe, maybe not Canada, because I think it might have been earlier in his life, but it might have been over in like one of the European countries. But they're like real nice. So I do try to take care of them. And I've shown this on the channel before, this process I do. It works. I do it on sheaths as well. I do it literally on anything that's leather and has stitching. And I would have done it to this, but I kind of forgot. Just because one of the things that will grab and tear at the stuff is I wear 511 tactical pants, and they've got like a little piece of Velcro back there instead of a hint or a, you know, button or something. So let me finish this whole, the Velcro will pull at it, but if I do this, it won't. That's the story. I pulled this out. It was desiccated. It was dried out. It had a much lighter appearance. It was almost like marbled. Not that much. I'm like trying to give you an idea of what it was. But it was obvious it needed some oil. I don't think I oiled it when I got it. I've had it for a minute. This was kind of like the one of the one-offs that he did. I think this is buffalo hide, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be bison. I don't know if there's a difference. I really don't. Yeah, I broke this in. I like to break in my saps. I also wanted to feel broken in how this feels. And you can really tell. You can really, really tell. I didn't really understand how much you could tell that there was until this piece I have. So yeah, that's what's up. I don't know if this take I used this, but initially I was trying to see through this. And I had it up to the camera, and then the camera would see my face in the magnifying sapphire. Kind of makes these in all different kinds now. Ultim, this is titanium. Ultim's like the clearish stuff that looks like honey. They have a polycarbonate that's just clear plastic. I think they're all $50. Very useful thing, these loops. So if that interests you, I would grab one. I also used this initially. I don't know who made this. But yeah, that's what all she wrote for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. So after I oiled it, it now looks like this. A very nice red, and it dried out well today. Because until the oil settles, you're not really going to know. Like when you first rub it in, you can pretty much tell what it's going to look like, but after you give it a day or so to, and I'm not talking about just letting it set. I put it in my pants so that way I'm putting pressure on it, rubbing on it. And it'll look this way for a while. Probably, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it getting aged and having more character. I'll probably let it dry out. But I don't know. It was just one of those reactions where I was like, man, this thing needs oiled up. And so I did it. Kind of like I have found, maybe this is just me. Maybe this is my near useless superpower. But when you are looking at a knife, for instance, whether it be wood or bone handle scales, you can almost tell, especially with wood, that when they desperately need either mineral oil, whatever you put on your knives. I found it to be the same with other stuff too. You can really tell when it's like, oh man, I should throw some oil on that or something. And like I said, I like the Neat's Foot oil for like the once a year, the Obanoffs for like touch-ups and stuff. Or I really do, for me, the Neat's Foot oil, it like feels, smells, acts a little different. Enough where I'm like, I don't really like it. And it definitely, I think, and I've said in another video, kind of plumps up the leather a little bit more. The leather looks a little bit more energized, if that makes sense. This is a great piece. I'm glad I got it. And his sprung saps, I like them a lot, obviously, duh. But I mean, his sprung like smaller saps like this, I think they're great. I'm going to try to get a little brother with a spring. He's had a bunch of stuff that's just super cool recently. Oh, right now, until the end of the month, Witchdoctor Zero is doing a 20% off. Go to the community tab of this channel, look around, also on his website, and you'll find the flyer and the code you got to punch in, 20% off. There's still a bunch of stuff up at his website. Some stuff, like that, people have picked up some stuff because there were some gems hidden back in there. But yeah, if you're looking to grab some stuff, he says after this he'll be busy for a minute. He just opened a physical location, so he also is going to sell stuff out of the physical location, But I think instead of doing another website that's not impact, either he calls it slapper related, or he did on a post, impact related, either impact weapons, impact devices, I should say, because one would be for impact play. They have two, you know, they're just paddles for sex basically. But there's a bunch of stuff there. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, instead of having the other website, he is basically, I think, gonna just flash. He's gonna do something where it might be on his Instagram, where the stuff that's not slap related is like masks, other stuff, and you can call in on certain days of the week and order that stuff in and of itself. And I think it's just because it's cool. That's a cool idea. I like the idea. I think it has like this weird vibe to it from like the 70s or the 80s. I don't know, I wasn't alive then, but you know what I mean. I was alive in the 80s. I was born. But where, you know, you're like buying, like there's like some seedy thing that you know about and you're like calling in, like, because he said there's going to be like a feed you can look at. He has said, we'll see. The idea is unfolding before us. It's in bloom. What you should do while you wait to see what happens is go to the website, see if there's anything you want, and then if there is, use the code. Because why would you not? All right. Peace.